Chapter 1. The silence inside Navid was the quietest boy in his class. He rarely raised his hand, never shouted. He mumbled when asked to speak, avoided eye contact, and stayed in the back of every group photo. Some said he was shy. Others thought he was strange. His classmates teased, "Speak up, Mouse! Do you even have a voice?" But he didn't get angry. He didn't complain, because what they didn't know was this. Navid loved stories. He just didn't know how to tell them out loud. Chapter 2. The secret journal. Every night, Navid wrote in a red-covered journal. He created worlds, characters, and emotions far louder than his voice. He wrote about heroes who were afraid, villains who cried, and kids like him, quiet ones, who did great things silently. He never shared them. Until one day, during a class writing activity, his English teacher accidentally picked his story to read aloud. The class listened. They were stunned. When she finished, she looked around and asked, "Who wrote this?" Everyone turned to Navid. "But you don't even talk!" He looked down and whispered, "I write." Chapter 3. The competition. A national school story competition was announced. The prize, a scholarship, publication, and a chance to present the story live in front of thousands. The teacher begged Navid to enter. "Your voice deserves to be heard." He hesitated. Writing was easy. Speaking, terrifying. But something inside him, a tiny spark, said, "Let them hear your silence." He entered. Weeks passed. Then came a letter. "Congratulations! You've been selected to present at the National Story Summit in Lahore." Navid turned pale. Chapter 4. The panic as the day approached. His mind spiraled. What if he stuttered? What if they laughed? What if his voice cracked or froze? He practiced in the mirror, in front of his sister, even whispered to his cat. But every time he thought about the stage, his throat tightened. His sister Eliza said gently, "Navid, you don't need a loud voice. You just need a true one." Chapter 5. The stage. The auditorium was massive. Cameras, lights, a sea of students and judges. Navid waited backstage, heart pounding, palms sweating. He heard booming voices before him. Poets with confidence, speakers with flair. Then came his name. Next, we welcome Navid Khan from Al Huda Secondary. He stepped onto the stage. The mic stared at him. He looked at the crowd, froze. A murmur rippled through the audience. Someone giggled. Then he took a breath, a deep, steady one. He opened his red journal and began reading, quietly, gently, clearly. No performance, no show, just truth. A story about a boy who felt invisible until he realized his silence had a sound. Chapter 6. The sound of silence. The room, once full of whispers, went completely still. Every word rang deeper than volume could have ever made it. When he finished, he looked up. No applause. Not yet. Just a beat of stunned silence. Then, thunderclaps. A standing ovation. His teacher cried. His sister screamed. Even some of the students who once teased him stood in up. Chapter 7. The aftermath. Navid didn't win first place, but he won something greater. Respect, recognition, and his own belief that his voice mattered. He was offered a mentorship by a publishing house. Started a blog. Later, a YouTube channel. One where he didn't shout, didn't act, he just read stories. His stories, quietly, like always. And people listened. Moral of the story, your voice doesn't need to be loud to be powerful. The world may reward noise, but it remembers honesty. Being different doesn't mean you're wrong. Sometimes, the quietest person has the loudest truth inside.